Hey, good morning. Chuck here with Apple Drains in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today we're going to try to fix the headlight on our 2008 Chevy van. And this headlight works great, both high and low beam, but the braces that hold this to the frame, they're made of plastic. And they only have two bolts that hold it together. One of the braces, where the bolt goes through, the plastic has broke. So the headlight tends to bounce up and down, and if you've ever been behind a driver that has this going on in their car, it's pretty annoying. So we're going to see if we can't fix that. This is the product that we're going to use, and it's a quick weld two-part epoxy. We're going to give it a try. I actually have no idea if it will work, but we're going to give it a try. So we've already pulled our headlight. It's real simple. There's just a couple little bolts holding on here. So again, these two bolts go in, and that's what holds on the headlight. If you can see this section of the headlight, see how it wiggles and bends? That has broken loose, so we're going to put some epoxy around this area to see if it actually holds. It's a great test for this product. Okay, the directions say to spread out equal parts of both. This says steel, but this is actually the epoxy, and this is the hardener, so the resin. And what we're going to do is open these up. It has a little piece that you just puncture it, and now it can come out. Again, this is the hardener. We don't need very much of this, so keep that in mind. Make sure you put your cap back on securely. Now let's put in the resin. Again, they're calling this the hardener, but it's resin. We're going to mix up equal parts. And yeah, I'm just eyeing it, but it should work just fine. Make sure you have your gloves on. Let's mix it up. Should turn all nice and black and gray. Once that's mixed up, this stuff says it sets in about 6 minutes, so we have to work relatively quickly. Okay, here's the piece that we're going to put the epoxy on, and I'm just going to use my finger, and I'm going to spread it around on both sides of this thing and see if it actually holds. We'll start by putting it in the back. Actually, let's put it in the center and around the back side. Let's put some on the other broken piece of this. Again, down the center of it to get it in the crack, around the sides and the back. And again, this says it sets up in about 6 minutes, so we're going to just go ahead and just hold it in place here for 6 minutes, and I'm going to squeeze it all together. It's pretty good and tacky. You can see the gloves. And I'm just pushing pressure against this little brace they've got made out of plastic. And yeah, it's definitely holding. This says it cures in 4 to 6 hours, but we're going to go ahead and put this back together here in about 15 minutes and head on out of here, because we're actually out in our work area and this truck has to get on the road. But yeah, for $5. Okay, it's been a little while, and we're going to go ahead and put these two bolts back in. Remember that there's two bolts that hold this headlight in place, and we'll go ahead and tighten these up. and we're going to drive out of here, and won't be able to see it really until it gets dark, or we don't really drive around at night, but in the early mornings we start, you know, before the sun comes up, so it may be tomorrow before we really finish our tests. So I'm Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day.